If you're looking for baby monitors, chances are you've seen that Eufy makes a popular one that has great reviews. However, they do have a couple versions of the Spaceview, Spaceview S, and Spaceview Pro. In this video, I'll tell you the differences between the models so you know which is right for you. Let's take a look at the pricing structure of these three models. The Spaceview goes for $159.99, the Spaceview Pro goes for $169.99, and the Spaceview S goes for $194.99. Normally, you would think this means that the Spaceview is the basic model, Pro the mid-level, and S is the best model. However, things aren't quite so simple. Let's tackle the easy one first, Spaceview versus Spaceview S. In this scenario, the S is the better unit and it includes everything that the regular Spaceview has, but the bundle includes one additional item, the crib mount. For $35 more, the only thing you're getting for the S version is the crib mount, which honestly is quite steep for just one extra mount. But I had to give it to them that this crib mount is extremely useful. Everything else is exactly the same on the two models, so you get the same baby monitor, camera, wide angle lens, chargers, and wall mount. While the wall mount is fairly useful, there's a high chance that the room will be rearranged several times, which means you might have to drill new holes in the wall whenever you decide to move the crib or upgrade to a bed. The crib mount can be attached on way more places than just a crib. In our situation, we do co-sleeping with our children and have it mounted on a bookshelf in our room. This crib mount alone is one of the main reasons we've stuck with Eufy Spaceview line. There are other solutions out there like this double-sided tape holder, but it just doesn't lock the camera in place like the ones included with the Eufys. Now let's see how the Spaceview Pro differs from the regular Spaceview and Spaceview S. One of the main differences is that the Pro version monitor battery is about 1.8 times larger, 5200 milliamp, which according to them lasts about 12 hours with display on and 30 hours in sleep mode. The regular Spaceview and S version monitor only has a 2900 milliamp battery, which lasts about 8 hours with display on and 15 hours in sleep mode. So with the Pro, you get about 4 extra hours screen on time and 15 hours standby time. I can say the battery on the Pro is fairly good as I usually unplug the monitor around 6:30 a.m. in the morning and it usually lasts us until 11 p.m. at night before I put it back on the charger. This is a mix of screen on when my daughter is napping throughout the day and just on standby whenever it's not in use. Technically, turning off the monitor isn't a huge deal as the monitor turns on and connects to the cameras fairly quickly. There are a few other differences in the two monitors besides the battery. The regular Spaceview monitor has an SD card slot that you can record stuff with, which I could see some parents needing this feature, but I've never used it. The regular monitor has a kickstand, while the Pro monitor doesn't need one as it has a larger battery. I do want to note that the viewing angle on the two monitor is different. Personally, I prefer the regular monitor with the kickstand as most of the time I'm looking at the monitor from above. Besides for a few button relocation, the Pro monitor also has a zoom button on the top of the monitor. We don't use zoom, so I find the button a bit annoying as I do hit it by accident when I'm carrying the monitor around. The last difference in the monitor is that the regular one has an antenna that can be adjusted. I haven't found that the Pro monitor signal is any worse as both monitors have no issues connecting even when I'm upstairs in my house. Okay, so here's where it gets a little bit confusing. So for some reason the Pro version doesn't come with the wide angle lens adapter for the camera. Generally, this only matters if the camera placement is a bit closer, like on a crib, or if you want to cover a larger area without the need of constantly panning or tilting the camera. If the camera is placed further away, even without the wide angle lens, you capture a fairly wide area. Okay, so basically the Spaceview S is a direct upgrade of the regular Spaceview in adding the crib mount, while the Pro is a different variation that has a different monitor that has a bigger battery and a few other differences, but it doesn't include the wide angle lens nor the crib mount. So if you're trying to figure out which is the best version to get, there really isn't a single answer. If you prefer not to have to charge your monitor as often, then the Pro might be a good option for you if you're willing to give up the wide angle lens. If you don't care to drill holes in the wall, then the Spaceview S would be the best option as it's the only one that comes with a crib mount, and there's no option to just purchase the crib mount alone. If you're looking for the most bang for your buck, then the regular version of the Spaceview works perfectly as it's still a very good baby monitor. We've had ours for 3 years and as you can see it's taken quite a beating and still works well, besides for the battery life on it isn't quite as good as it used to be. I don't know why Eufy just doesn't offer a version that has all the bells and whistles with the large battery monitor, wide angle lens and crib mount. Oh, and if it wasn't confusing enough, they also have another camera. Thankfully, it's not called Spaceview, it's just called Baby Monitor 2, which offers a nice 2K camera and 120-degree viewing angle, all for $99. But the one catch is that you need to use your phone as the monitor. Personally, I prefer having a dedicated monitor that I can just leave on, so I can just kind of constantly monitor what's going on and still use my phone. And also, I don't have to worry about a Wi-Fi connection. Check out my review of the Eufy Spaceview monitor, which I go over why I think it's one of the best baby monitors in the market. While the video is a couple years old, everything still holds true. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.